What's going on, guys? Foster, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'll be doing a redo of my Rengar guide. If you enjoyed this video, please do remember to hit the like button, and let's get right into it. This is the rune page I use on Rengar. I go for 13 flat attack damage, which is just attack damage reds and then 2 attack damage quints. I go for 9 armor, seals, and then I go for 10% CDR in 1 quint and 9 glyphs. This is set up to be... this setup is especially for helping you in the early game while clearing, whilst also making you a lot stronger later in the game, because Rengar scales very well off of attack damage because of his Bone Tooth passive thingy. Because he gains pretty much 20% extra attack damage from that, which is, if you have more AD, it's gonna help out more. So you gotta see it as like a bonus to that. Lethality right now isn't that good on Rengar anymore. I wouldn't do it. I just ignore lethality completely and go for just like straight up armor pen with you'll see that later with the item build, but that's the reason I go for this page. I go for the 10% flat CDR to cap out my CDR as fast as possible, to have more ultimates and overall faster clears. Having more ultimates is obviously good on Rengar because you're gonna get more kills out of that in the early game, and that's really what you want. Also, with this page setup being flat attack damage and flat armor, it's gonna really help you in brawling people early if you have to. So if you're against like a Lee Sin, you actually have a chance of beating him instead of him just wrecking you. And with this setup and the masteries I'm gonna show you in a second, you'll also not lose any HP when clearing your camps, which will be apparent in the game as well. So into the masteries now. This is the mastery page I use on Rengar. I go for Savagery just to have a little bit of extra damage when clearing. Then I go for Runic Affinity for longer red buffs and longer blue buffs. Blue buff early game on Rengar is actually very good because it gives you that 10% CDR, which is what you want. As soon as you cap your CDR out, blue becomes useless, which is pretty quick, but up until that time, having this is very useful to have more CDR. CDR on Rengar is king right now, so yeah. Merciless to have a little bit of increased damage because, let's be honest, it's literally useless on Rengar. Then Green Father's Gifts also gonna help you clear, so that's why I picked that. Then I go for Intelligence to have more CDR. I don't go for this because lethality with this build that I'm doing these days is not useful at all, so this is very useless to go for. Like, you're gonna have a little bit of lethality, but it's not gonna be like any good. So having more CDR for more ultimates, more Qs, everything, like the only thing holding Rengar back from using his skills is cooldown. So might as well get more CDR. You can cap out your CDR to 45 very quickly, so you're gonna have a lot of ults and a lot of Qs up. You can sustain a lot of fights and deal a lot of damage. That's the goal here. Now, I prefer to go for Stormator Surge these days on Rengar, but Thunderlords is also a choice if you want. Stormaiders on Rengar is very good because your goal as Rengar is to jump more squishy targets, and you're easily gonna burst them for 30% of their maximum health within the time. So you're gonna get a slow resistance plus the movement speed boost, which is gonna help you kite and just stick with people. Like, they can flash away from you, but with Stormator Surge you can catch up with them. So AD carries really have no chance of ever surviving you as soon as you jump on them. I tend to prefer Stormaders, even though it reduces my burst damage just a little bit, but that shouldn't matter too much. But it's gonna give me the stick potential that you really need on Rengar, because you're not gonna go full burst. You're gonna go more like the lethality build before. Then Thunderlords was better because you were actually going full burst. So if you're going full burst like that, then Thunderlords obviously helps you more. But if you're going for a little bit more sustainy build, then Stormaders is better to help you stick with targets or potentially run away as well. So it's either or, it's what you prefer, but I would say go for Stormator Surge. Now, then I go into the Resolve tree. Now, this might be a bit weird for you guys, because usually, well, I used to go into the Ferocity tree right here, but with the recent changes and the nerfs to this tree, I actually don't find this tree to be that useful on Rengar. If you were to go, if you would go down this tree, I would go down, it depends on the champion, honestly, but usually I wouldn't even go down this tree if you were going down this tree. I would go down this tree if you're going for 80 carries or something that need fervor of battle, anything like that. So if you're going past this point, then this tree is worth it. But I would say this tree is better overall. Now, I go for recovery to help me have a little bit more health sustain. This is also going to help you with early jungle clears, which is very beneficial. Tough Skin helps you a lot with early jungle clears as well. Then I go for Veteran Scars to have 50 extra health in the early game, which is going to make you even stronger in the early game. And that's your weakest phase as Rengar, so this is really helpful. Now, in this situation, you can pick a couple of things. You can either pick Insight to have lower cooldowns on your summoner spells, but you can also pick Perseverance to have a lot... this puts you at pretty much 100% HP throughout the entire game. Or not the entire game, sorry, the entire jungle clear early on. Like, you can literally full clear, save all your health potions pretty much, and have full HP out of it. But I tend to prefer this because I want to have the lower cooldown on my flash, and yeah, so pretty much that's what I do. You can also, like, the options that to switch here are Thunderlords instead of Storm Raiders and Perseverance instead of Insight. Pretty much it. Now, let's get into the item build. Like, remember, right? Also, just a quick thing. If you start with Intelligence and then the runes like this, then you're gonna have 15% CDR on level 1. And then if you were to start on your blue buff, you're gonna have 25% CDR once you start clearing. Which is a lot of cooldown reduction to have that quickly, and it's gonna really speed up your clear, making it very easy. So that's also a thing you have to remember here. Now, let's get into the item build. Remember the CDR you have. Like, you have 15% CDR at this point. So, like, this item build is going to complement it really well and not overcap anything. So, you start with the machete and a refillable potion. Refillable potion is more than enough sustain for jungle clearing, like, easily enough. And the machete is just overall, just to give you, like that lifesteal on monsters. Also, like, the bonus damage on hit helps as well, but it's not that useful, to be honest, since you're most likely gonna clear most of the camp with your spells. But either way, I just prefer to have that extra lifesteal for a little bit more sustain on it. You could go for the talisman as well to get health sustain from that, but like, it doesn't matter, honestly, on Rengar. You can go either or, it's just what you want. So that's the start. Then as soon as you get done clearing, I would, like, you do a clear, you're gonna have about 700 to 900 gold out of your clear, depending on which way you started and how everything went. So if you start, like, bot side on red buff, or like blue side red buff, and you clear from red all the way up, you're gonna have about 700 gold. But if you start on blue buff on the purple side, for example, then you can go a full clear and you're gonna have like 900 gold instead. So it's like, it's whatever. At this point, I will generally buy double longsword, just because I want to have that little bit of extra like, this extra damage is going to help me a lot in speed clearing my next jungle clear. So that's usually what I do. And also, if I find people, like the enemy jungler, for example, and I have 20 extra attack damage on Rengar this early on, I'm actually going to win more fights. That's mainly the reason I go for double longsword in this situation. If you have the money for it, obviously you should go for the Clawfield's Warhammer as fast as you can, because this gives you that 10% CDR, which is obviously very useful, since you want to cap your CDR out as fast as you can. Now, this is pretty much the item you want to rush for. You can also pick up some regular boots in between somewhere if you have, like, money to spare, or if you're back with like 1400 gold or something like that, you have boots as an option. Now, there are a couple of things you can do at this point, depending on the money you have, because if you want to upgrade this to your jungle item, it's gonna cost you, like, let me do some, this is, it costs 26.25 total, and you're gonna have to take 1450 out of that, which is gonna amount to something. I'm just not gonna do math right now. That's usually a lot more money than you would need for this other choice, because you can also go for a Kindled Gem if you have less money. This is gonna give you that 10% CDR to instantly cap out your cooldown reduction. Like, with blue buff it caps out your CDR, but without blue buff it's gonna amount to 35% CDR, which is still very, very good, let's be honest. But you're most likely gonna have maybe the second blue, depending on your mid laner. I would say I usually pick up the second blue on Rengar, because with this situation I can easily cap out CDR, and having 45% CDR quickly on Rengar for more ultimates is very useful. So that's usually what I do, but if you want to give the blue buff, then that's also fine. You're still gonna walk around with 35% either way. Now, at this point, you want to just finish your jungle item. I would say go for the red smite, because it's overall the best smite you can go for. If you are more team coordinated or like way higher elo, then you can also go for the warding trinket as well, but overall I'd say warrior is the best choice, since it gives you dual potential with the smite you have. So yeah, I would go for this. Now, then after that you can upgrade your boots into ninja tabis. I will always go for ninja tabis every game on Rengar these days, because you have your W to remove the CC if you have to, and that's why mercs aren't that useful, and ninja tabis are overall insane tank boots. They block a lot of damage from the enemy team from literally every champion on the enemy team, because every champion is gonna have basic attacks and it blocks 12% of that. So it's very, very beneficial, and it also blocks damage from obviously monsters, because you have armor from it, and minions and all that, so it's overall the best boot you can go for. Now, then this would be like your core type of build, maybe something like this, whoops. Something like this is like a core build to work towards. After that, you simply upgrade the Kindle Gem into a Black Cleaver, and this is going to be your 3-item rush every game. This is not going to change no matter what situation, because this is just such a godly 3-item rush. Now, at this point, there could be a couple of options. If you do need magic resist, which, like, it could happen, then the awkward thing here is that mob, for example, gives you 10% CDR, which is going to overcap your cooldown reduction. So, if you want to do that, then that's fine, but overcapping CDR in this case is not that nice. I usually don't care about magic resist too much, because I find that magic damage, unless it's like something that's guaranteed to hit you, is something you can dodge. Let's say Ahri, for example, you have a lot of ways to block Ahri's damage by just simply dodging or removing her charm with your W. So I don't find magic resist that beneficial most of the time, unless they just start stacking it. Then obviously you have to go for magic resist, but then you can just switch up the build either way. If they're really like heavy AP, then I would also not recommend going for Niche Dabbies. Then in that case I would go for Mercs, just because that gives you extra magic resist. But yeah, that's that. If you do need magic resist in this build, I personally tend to go for the what's it called again? The Edge of Night. Just because it gives you attack damage, magic resist. It does give you a little bit of lethality in this case, but that's fine. It also gives you that Knight's Veil, which is going to help you shield something. And it gives you, obviously, a little bit of extra movement speed, which is beneficial. But mostly just the magic resist out of this item is probably the best thing you could go for. The other option could be Mercurial Scimitar if you want, but that's completely up to you. Usually I tend to go for Edge of Night just because it's 500 gold cheaper, and yeah, usually you don't need that much magic resist, so it's either or if you need magic resist. But most of the time I will just go for a Hydra at this point, like build Tiamat into a Hydra. The reason I go for this item on Rengar is because with this build you're going for a lot of attack damage. You have attack damage in your runes, you're building attack damage right here, like a lot of attack damage, and this is going to give you another 75 attack damage. With the full build and the Hydra, you're going to have about 500-ish attack damage, like base, if you're like completely built. Then the Titanic Hydra is literally just going to give you another 500 burst damage as soon as you jump on somebody. You jump on somebody with your ultimate, for example, then you go, like, you're auto-attacking first, and you just press your skills, and in between your skills you just use Hydra. Usually I tend to do it in a combination with like my W, between W and Q, because then you can use the Q to cancel the, like, kind of cancel the animation from your Hydra. But it's literally, as soon as you jump on that target, it's going to give you 500 extra burst damage on that specific target. Plus it gives you splash damage on the enemy team as soon as you jump in, which is also going to be helpful. And overall lifesteal it provides you is very useful. So this item is actually really, really good with the attack damage based Rengar, because of the active it has. And the passive obviously is useful as well. So that's why I go for Ravenous Hydra. Now at this point I tend to just go for a Lost Whisper, sorry, not a Lost Whisper, a Mortal Reminder as an item. I combine the Cleaver and the Mortal Reminder to give me a lot of armor penetration, which is very beneficial since you're not going for any lethality at this point. And you don't want to go for the Lord Dominus Regard, because as Rengar your aim is to jump on squishy targets, so building something that kills tanks is very, very counterintuitive. So that's why I go for the Mortal Reminder. It will also inflict the Grievous Wound, so if you jump on somebody they're less likely to get away. So overall Mortal Reminder is a very solid choice at this point. Now you have a couple of choices. You could go for a damage item, which could come in the form of Infinity Edge, for example. Because as soon as you jump out of your ult on somebody, it is guaranteed to crit. So if you have like 500 attack damage and an Infinity Edge, with the increased crit, you're gonna crit someone for a lot of damage, and you're gonna likely just one-shot any type of squishy you jump on. So that could be an option if you're going for a more offensive, if you're like a bit further ahead in your scaling. If you're not doing too great at this point, then Infinity Edge could be a very risky item to go for. So I might not recommend picking it up at this stage. Then at this point you can also go for like a Guardian Angel. Yeah, for a Guardian Angel to help you survive. If you were to jump on on somebody, you can one-shot them, like, pretty easily. It's not gonna be that difficult, and then you can either maybe run out if you get the chance, or you can get killed with the GA active, and then you can come back and your team can follow up and you can still run out. So GA would be a very safe choice in that situation, but if you're doing well and you don't feel like you need Guardian Angel, then you shouldn't get it. Now, with this build, I usually tend to go like this. I usually don't go much further in games with this, so it's very rare that I tend to switch something out. So this would be my full, something like this, or like an Infinity Edge instead of Guardian Angel, would be my full build usually. But if the game like drags on for a long time, then you can also decide to like switch your jungle item for something like. You need, if you switch your jungle item, you need to get something that gives you also gives you 10 CDR, 10% CDR, which in this case, like a Death's Dance is a very good item for that. It gives you more attack damage, it gives you the same amount of CDR, but it also gives you more sustain. And if you're going later into a game, having more sustain and overall more tankiness, because this kind of like reduces the damage you take initially, so you have more chances to sustain. It is really beneficial to have this like the longer the game goes on. So I would say like if the game drags on, then switching your jungle item for Death's Dance is very, very beneficial. Now with a Death's Dance and a Hydra, it's very unlikely you're gonna need a GA at this point. So then you can sell your GA, or maybe just have it around for a little bit longer, but you can sell it for like an Infinity Edge to help you increase the burst damage. And then finally, you can get rid of the Ninja Tabis for Deadman's Plate. Deadman's Plate is going to provide you with the movement speed you need to get, but it's also going to provide you with more initial burst damage, and the longer the game goes on, the more you need that initial burst damage to be able to kill AD carries or mid laners. So Deadman's is going to really help you out in just moving around so you don't lose the movement speed from your boots, and then you also get more burst damage when you're jumping on a single target. So this would be my like very, very late game Rengar build. It is very tanky because you have a lot of sustain from the Hydra and the Death's Dance. You still have max CDR because this gives you 30% and you have 15% from both your runes and masteries. So you're gonna have 45% CDR, which means your ult's gonna be like a 40-second cooldown, which is big. And then you're still gonna have a lot of movement speed, plus health and armor, so you're gonna be very tanky whilst also being able to one-shot somebody very easily. That's pretty much the build. I can show you the full build right here, and then I'll also put up the other build quickly here so you guys can see both of them. I would say, like, again, Guardian Angel is the safer choice here in this case, by the way. Like, if you aren't really confident, I wouldn't go for Infinity Edge as a item here. I would just go for Guardian Angel like every game because it's just way safer. So this is completed builds. This is very late game, and this is just a full build you want to aim for as fast as possible. So you can switch out items like that. If you have any questions about this build, or just anything in general about Rengar, make sure to ask them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer any questions you have, and let's get right into the gameplay now. Alright, welcome to the gameplay section of this guide. I'm playing against a Sejuani, which should be a pretty easy matchup for me, since she doesn't tend to invade me, and I tend to outscale her. So unless I fuck this up massively, then I should be okay this game. I'm starting bot side, by the way, because that's literally the best way you can start on Rengar, to have your bot lane help you leash. Because having them leash for you is massive. Like, you barely take any damage from it, and the first 3 levels is really the only time where Rengar is going to struggle with anything, because of the fact that he needs his skills to get his hexed up. So, yeah. The first 3 levels, if you have help from your bot lane clearing it, then it's going to be really easy. After the first 3 levels, like, it's not going to be a problem, since you're not going to take too much damage, and you can use your stacks and you can get multiple Qs off on camps really quickly, which makes clearing very quick. Alright, that's the 3rd skill. I'm just going to full clear. Like, Sejuani is not going to invade me, so I have all the space in the world to do whatever the fuck I want. If you jump from a brush, you're gonna get 1 stack, so you have to make sure you jump first before using any skills, because if you have stacks and you jump afterwards, then you're not gonna get that 1 stack, which means you can't use your empowered, like, not your, like, you can't use the second part here, like that Q. I wouldn't have been able to use that. I would have had to wait for another Q to come up. So always leap first and then use your spells. Alright, full clear is pretty easy. I mean, I get kinda low, but that's just because Rengar's early game is just terrible. Like, his base armor is garbage. They nerfed that a while back, so... After the initial sweep of this, we're gonna be completely okay. He died top lane, unfortunately, though. There we go. Just a basic full clear. I got through it the entire way. He only has 6, I have 22 farm, I have an entire clear. She has 6 farm, which means she most likely did something like red with wolves, blue and gromp. Something like that. Maybe a scuttle crab in between. Counting their farm, and then this is 1, this is 3, this is 4. That's 4, that's 5, this is 6. Yeah, she most likely did like a fast clear, so red, wolves, blue, into scuttle, and then top again. Alright. I'm gonna go to her wraith camp now because she is top again and still has 7 farm. Oh, that's so close. She barely got that. She barely didn't get that. This guy is camping hella hard on top lane, unfortunately, for the Illaoi. Wait, Adolf in all chat? The fuck? Here, her Wraith Camp is up, so I can take this from her. To punish her a little bit for those 2 ganks, I guess. There's nothing I could have done to counter gank that, so... Alright, with a double longsword, you see my clear becomes very easy. Like, not a problem at all. The thing is, she is gonna come towards bot lane right now. I'm gonna place the ward there, and my Gromp just spawned, and I'm gonna be able to cut off on bot lane here. She's gonna be on the Crux right now, or at least very close to it. Let's go for Jinx. Right, got him. Oh, hey, Fresh got that guy. Very good for me. I use my W there to just get the movement speed. If you use any skills when you're on max stacks, you get a nice movement speed boost as well. So you can use that when you're running around. On this one, I just want to get the third, like... Actually, no, I don't need it. It's too squishy. It's squishy as fuck right now, so I don't need to do anything. Again, use W there. You can get an extra movement speed boost from it. You can use any skill, but W has the least animation. So that's the fastest to use if you want to just use it for mobility like that. Alright, I got 2 of my passive stacks on bot lane just now, which is very good. I now need to try to kill this Yasuo on top lane, because he's actually very far ahead of Illaoi right now. Thing is, if Illaoi hits 6, then she probably is gonna win a fight, so I'm not too worried about top lane at the moment. Plus, I will be able to help her out later. I also put Sejuani 1 camp behind me. I'm gonna heavily out-farm her, because this is gonna give me a massive farm boost. So you'll see, I'll be very far ahead of her. I'm gonna smite this, because I hate this camp so much. Like, this camp deals a lot of damage if you're not careful. And now we can kite it a little bit, and there you go. Alright, 39 against 18 right now. Not sure if it's actually 18 or she's like, I haven't seen her yet. So, yeah. I'm very close to getting my jungle item, I think. I'm not sure how expensive it is right now for me to get. I'm hit 6 here, I can gank top lane with that. I'm gonna use my other health potion as well. Here we go. Just need to get 1 more Q off, and then we can gank top here. Sejuani might be here, so I need to be kind of careful here. Oh, he's low as fuck, though. I'm gonna get him. No problem here. Wait, is this warded, really? Fuck. Sejuani shows up. I can't fight that. Illaoi has no mana. I have to pay attention to that. I could have one-shot him if I didn't fuck it up. Like, I missed one of my Qs, I do believe. So, I fucked up. I have my jungle item perfectly, so it doesn't matter too much. This is a very quick jungle item. If I can get this item this fast, then I'm not gonna get the Kindle Gem or anything like that. It's just a perfect buy. It gives you a lot of attack damage, which gives you a lot of pressure. And also, I already have this increase, so I'm on 144 attack damage, which is big. Now at this point, I just get Kindle Gem as fast as I can to get the CDR in, and then we move on. I can look to gank bot lane, maybe. I am gonna get this blue, because it gives me that extra CDR still. After this, the Azir can have it, because I'll be max CDR, I think. Let's see if bot is warded at all. Alright. The fact that I use that just shows them that I'm around bot lane right now. So they're gonna be a little bit more scared when trying to fight. I do think that his rep buff is up, and I don't think Sejuani is strong enough to fight me right now since I have a completed jungle item. There he is. I'm bad as fuck! I am so bad, dude. Holy fuck, I'm bad. How the fuck did I mess that up? I swear. Oh, I'm so bad. That was literally just me fucking that up. I misclicked everything, honestly. That Sejuani should have died. I didn't expect her to be in the brush at, like, that exact second. So that was kind of bad on my, like, if I just didn't fuck up my combo, then we should have been okay. Fuck. I'm gonna I have a Stormator, so I can run out of shit. I need to flash and then W to get movement speed. I didn't get knocked up by that, but I'm still gonna die here, I think. Yeah, a bit too deep. I got exhausted, which is really my bad. I thought we could still kill, but that was a bit of a risky dive and I shouldn't have done that. I'm just gonna say it to my team, my bad, sorry. I was a bit too greedy on that play. I thought we could do it, but we clearly couldn't, so I just fucked up. The fact that if I didn't get exhausted, I would have probably been able to kill the Janna, which would have been fine. And then I could have probably walked out because Janna gives their team movement speed. So Janna was able to give Sejuani enough movement speed to get close enough to then kill me. So that's the mistake I made there. Ooh. She didn't get the soul feather thing. Soul feather. I fucked my life. I mean, she's on my raves right now. She does have ultimate, I do believe, so it's kind of... she got my raves already, fuck my life. Well, since Azir died mid lane, she had the free run of that, which is unfortunate. Wait, where the hell did my E go there? Like, it showed as hit, but then it went upwards instead? Crap. Oh, wait, what the f... I could have killed that guy, actually. If I just jumped on him. Wow. Sejuani probably wasn't around to save him either, so I probably would have killed that guy. That is unfortunate. That's very risky on Victor's part. I wasn't expecting him to do something like that. Alright. I'm just gonna keep clearing. I'm 71 against 37 farm. She does have 2 kills, 2 assists, which is unfortunate, but that's my mistake. And, well, not really my mistake, but, like, the guy got camped early, so that's unfortunate for him. But me giving kills to bot lane, there was my mistake. Alright, I need to look for a ult gank on bot lane and then do dragon afterwards. I max W second these days on Rengar because it gives me lower cooldown on that. And since I go for a Hydra, I don't need the extra damage that my E provides. Hydra is pretty much a free E, so lower cooldown on that was way more beneficial than maxing E now. I'm gonna get this. I got him. We good? Ah, damn. I kind of wanted the dragon, but it's risky since the Azir just backed and bot lane is low, so I can't really do it. We can take this ward though. I could probably one-shot her, but I'm not gonna risk it right now. I'm just simply gonna back right here. She's placed the ward there. I'm gonna back here, get my Kindle Gem for the CD. Actually, no. Actually, in this case, I have enough money for Fate, so I'm just gonna get that straight up. The extra movement speed that will provide me is better at this moment in time than actually getting the Kindle Gem, I think. It still builds in the Cleaver, and that's the item I'm gonna go for. I am gonna go for Ninja Tabi still this game, even though they do have Sejuani ult with all the CC. But as I explained before, CC is really not a thing you have to worry about too much on Rengar. Since you do have the W to cleanse it. Wait, I still got stunned by that? Are you serious? Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good. I was pretty sure we oh! That gave me a slight heart attack, I'm not gonna lie. That was scary as fuck. go. My blue's most likely gone. If Sejuani has any type of brain, it's definitely just gone. And I'm not gonna go... Like, I don't care about it. It's just sad for Azir, to be honest. But I'm not gonna pressure too much on it. I'm smiting that for HP if I potentially want to do a gank on top lane right here. Wait, is this warded? This might be warded. I'm gonna just recall here. I can't jump into that. I need to flash that as well. Damn. I was hoping she'd walk up a bit faster, but she didn't. It's all good though. I'm gonna get my Kindle gem here. I have 800 gold and my bot lane is up. My bot side is up. So I need to go there. Also, I can pick up the Oracle lens, which is nice. Will show me if I go for any more of those type of ganks. Victor is bot lane. They might be doing Dragon, which is... That could suck. If they have Dragon right now, then that is my bad, because I went top lane with the gank. I really hope they're not doing it, but they could be. Alright, I don't think Sejuani is... Sejuani can't solo it, so I think we're good. If he comes fast enough, I'll give it to him, but if he just lets me wait, then I... Right, he'll come fast enough. I hope. Taking a lot of damage here. Damn. Alright, I'm just gonna smite that for the HP again. Alright, who do I still have to kill on my passive? I think I have to kill Sejuani and Yasuo, right? I have to look for a top lane gank then. Getting those passive stacks is big. Or well past, like the necklace stacks. I really do need to look for this dragon, but it is kind of an awkward thing right now to look for. I'm close to getting my cleaver, which is big. Alright, I nearly one-shot that. I deal a lot of damage to this right now. I really want to get the Yasuo. He doesn't have flash right now, which means it's going to be a pretty free gank, I would imagine. So I'm going to look for it as a lane gank right here. Sejuani is bot lane. I hope that... I hope Illaoi teleports, actually. She doesn't look like she's going to teleport. They could dragon as soon as I show. Fuck. I really want to kill this Yasuo, so I'm just going to stay. Please try to stop him. Please try to stop him. Alright, she baited that correctly. Oh my fucking god. Kill him, please. I got him, it's fine. I'll take that. I'm gonna recall right here. Actually, no, I should help her push this out. Right, quickly recall. I have my cleaver at this point. I'm gonna have to be around bot lane now because I need to get that dragon, pretty much. That's it. I wanted to dive that because Yasuo was half HP. There was no way he could guide us long enough to survive that. I had a lot of movement speed from my Phage as well, so if I hit him, I get another movement speed from that. I need to kill Sejuani as my last target, which is gonna be difficult. Right, she placed a ward here, so I can just clear it. I really want to kill her, but Sejuani's most likely around. Right, that's not the big deal. My Gromp's up. I really want to look towards this dragon. I need to ult gank bot lane for that to happen, though. As soon as I kill their bot lane right now, then they're very likely gonna lose the dragon. Alright, I'm here. We got this, boys. I can give Ezreal the kill there. I mean, I don't, like, Ezreal needs kills. Actually, he doesn't need kills. I could have just taken that. It's fine. We can easily pick up a dragon right now. Stormados really helped me out there. Like, as you see, I really don't need the extra burst damage that the, what is it called? That these Thunderlords provides. Right. I'm just gonna smite it in case Sejuani was trying to, like, try to steal it by over the wall smiting it. I still need to kill her though. Like, she is going full tank, which makes killing her very difficult. I do have a black cleaver though, which makes killing her a little bit easier. Cleaver is a really good tank, like, item to counter tanks with on Rengar. And I have 109 farm against 87. I have been slacking a little bit, I'll have to admit that. So I kinda need to get back onto this and farm a bit more. Alright, I have ult back again. My ult is in 55-second cooldown right now, which is just big. Like, that's massive. Right, I need to... I think I can kill this Yasuo here. I kinda have to anticipate where the Sejuani is gonna be. Where would she be? I'm gonna recall right here because I have my Ninja Tabis right now and I can build into my next item as well. Right, pick up another longsword. I'm actually gonna pick a control ward here as well. Just to place it somewhere. We need to get the turret. Mid lane is quite low, so if I kill Victor with my ult right now, we can pick that turret up. And I think Sejuani will most likely look for a gank on mid since this guy is level 14. I'm not sure how he managed that, but he is actually level 14, so that's pretty well played on his end. He just killed... I think he has mid turret right now. Actually, I should... fuck it, whatever. Right, I'm gonna get the Sejuani here. I need assist! Yes, boys. Good shit. Good. That was very well played on Nazir's part, and I got the kill, which is fine. We got another turret. This Azir is playing really well, to be honest. Time to leave. I think his red buff might be up. I think it is actually up. She might have had it, actually. I didn't pay too much attention to that. It is down. Okay, she had it then. Alright, let's sweep walk into this. If he walks down too much, he's dead. I pretty much one-shot him at this point, I do believe. I don't have ult yet. If I had ult, I'd just jump on him. But as you can see with the 45 build, my ult cooldown is very low. Which is going to provide me with more kills. I think this game is pretty much done for at this point, but still. Oh! That is scary as fuck. Alright, easy enough. See the movement speed boost I just get? Like with the cleaver, with just my passive movement speed boost and the Stormator Surge. It's like, it's so big. You can make so many like dodges and plays with that, it's sick. Right, I'm actually gonna go towards my topside jungle since it is up and I still need to get my farm up a little bit. I have been slacking on that, I have to admit. The W max also makes clearing very easy, like a W second max also makes clearing very easy, as you can see. I clear those rays no problem. The main thing you want to max W for second for now is to get the cooldown to be lower. Because again, you don't really need the damage from your E, and your E is a skill shot whilst W is guaranteed to land. There we go. I should have jumped on it, actually. Wait, I smited the fucking... Got the movement speed boost, Q him once. Like, so many movement speed boosts that just help me survive. It's big. Like, do you see how fucking strong this is? Like, I don't need this, boys. Someone can take it. There we go. I'm gonna recall. Actually, do I have enough for Hydra right now? I don't, right? No, I don't. You also have to remember that as soon as you auto-attack something, you can get a full rotation of spells off. And look at this. I can get a full rotation off. My passive is still up. The stacks don't reduce, and then I can use this as a movement speed boost. So if you need extra mobility at certain situations, you can use that to your advantage if you auto-attack something. I'm gonna sell this for this, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit. It's only like 20 gold I have to wait, so it's definitely worth it. And Hydra is gonna give me a substantial damage boost. I will try to jump on Jinx and show you what Hydra can do right now. Or like anything, maybe Victor even, it doesn't matter. Like I have my seriously big damage combination now. And I'm also nearly level 14. This guy's doing really well level wise though. I'm not sure how he managed to be level 15 right now, to be honest. Usually they're about like what Illaoi is right now, 13 to 14. Like at this, I'm on par with my laners usually, but this guy has been beasting it. My next dragon is up soon. Let's see if I can maybe get a nice pick here. I can't exactly jump on Sejuani because he's just way too tanky. Oh, actually now I can. I'm just gonna jump on Jinx, honestly. Nope! I will walk out of... Oh shit, I'm actually dead here. Well, I kind of fucked up my combo because... Alright, the way I did it there, which is the way I made the mistake, I used my E before actually jumping. So, actually, no, I jumped, but I didn't use my E correctly, so I didn't get my stack up fast enough, which is just bad. So I really fucked it up there, and that was a very bad example of how you actually should do it. Yeah, alright, I'll try that again. Alright, look for this item. I'm gonna get this now, because it will make it impossible for them to sustain against me. Her heal will mean nothing, they can't be healed. The only thing that's gonna help him is the shields from Janna. Like, he can't lifesteal against me, I have just the advantage if I get this. Plus, the only tank on their team is Sejuani, which, I mean, I don't really intend on jumping on her anyway, so... Wow. That fight, I played that like a fucking retard, dude. Holy shit. I should have waited it out a little longer because I literally just face tanked every single bit of CC from the entire team. I walked into Victor's thing, which is also bad. Right, let's see if I can try this again, and this time do it correctly on the squishy target because holy shit. Right, does anyone walk towards this direction? Doesn't look like it. I can still get. Oh, Jinx is here. There we go, easy one shot. I didn't even use my Hydra puck actually. Lel. Wanted to show you the Hydra burst, didn't use it. As you can see, it deals 388 damage to a target that is close to me. And if you jump on someone with your ultimate, you're pretty much getting a 388 damage boost. So that's pretty much a free E, damage-wise. This is not warded. So I can definitely jump on Sejuani here if she goes for the back wave, which is what I am actually going to do, because I think I can kill her. Come on, please walk a little further. I need you to walk a little bit further. Thank you. Oh, okay, never mind. She instantly jumps out, which is to be expected, but... If I got a sustained fight, like a little bit of a sustained fight with her, I would have actually just murdered her. Alright, use the W there for the movement speed. Oop. Oh, that's another trick. If you jump on a blasting one and use Q with Rengar, you can pretty much stay on your position. So the blasting one doesn't affect you and you can just use it as a distance, like a gap closer instead of actually like blasting you away. Actually, he hit me, so he probably knows he hit me. I didn't think that would have hit. This is warded. See what else is warded? This is warded. I'm just gonna sit in this brush for a little bit. Like, they're not gonna walk up to me, that'd be stupid. If anyone walks up to me here, it doesn't matter who it is, I'll probably kill him. I'm just gonna sit here. I have my ult ready. I kinda wanna get level 16 to show you guys what the cooldown on my ult rank will be once I hit 16 with it. I'm gonna push mid here. It's a free push. Right, I'm getting, like, I'm just randomly using my skills now to get stacks back. Get stacks, get stacks. I'll just use it on the clone. Alright, let's ult. I'm just gonna use ult for pressure right now. We can get the turret with it, no problem. That's all I have to use ult for at the moment, is pressure. There you go. That's a well-used ult. You don't always have to use your ult to kill shit with it. Like, pressure like that, they can't do anything if I ult like that. If they walk too close, they know I'm gonna one-shot them. I'm gonna use skills here. Okay, this guy. Alright, he windwalled my shit. Again, keep using your skills as well whilst you're fighting to get your stacks back here. I can snare that guy. Give my team some free damage. I keep using my skills, even though I'm not hitting anything. To make sure that I get my stacks and I can keep using them in fights. Like, again, I have a snare right now that I can throw. Just keeping the pressure on them. I messed my snare. Ah, fuck, we didn't kill him fast enough. He actually got me. I was in a very risky position because I was tanking turret as soon as I was gonna hit the Yasuo, which is what killed me. But yeah, this is pretty much this Rengar build. As you can see, it is very effective. I had 20 kill participation out of our 27 kills. I dealt a lot of damage. I'm gonna show you guys the end screen stats as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop it on screen right now. You'll see it. I did a good amount of damage here, and it's pretty much the guide. If you guys have any questions, please do make sure to ask them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, again, hit the thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!